Hello, I'm Nisha Pandey and you're watching Prime Times News. Let's start with the headlines. CPN-UML lawmaker Khagraj Adhikari accuses Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba of not being accountable to Parliament. Says that Prime Minister Deuba did not participate in the program even once. The Kathmandu Metropolitan City and Norvik Hospital form a probe committee to investigate the illegal construction of the hospital on public land. The Kathmandu Metropolitan City backtracks from its decision after giving a 24-hour ultimatum to Norvik to remove the structure from the public land. Foreign Minister Dr. Naren Kharka leaves for China for a 3-day visit at the invitation of Wang Yi, State Councillor and Minister of Foreign Affairs of the People's Republic of China. Bihar Chief Minister and Janata Dal United JDU's de facto leader Nitish Kumar submits his resignation to Governor Fagu Chauhan. And Nepal's cricket team set to play T20 and ODI international series with Kenya. Now news in detail. CPN-UML lawmaker Khagraj Adhikari has accused Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba of not being accountable to Parliament. MP Adhikari, who is also a former Home Minister, raised objections by mentioning that Prime Minister Deuba did not participate in the program even once, although there is a rule to attend the House of Representatives twice a month and participate in the hour-long question and answer program. He claimed that because the ruling parties and the government are not accountable to Parliament, the issue of proportional representation of women has been overshadowed. Participating in the discussion on the proposal of urgent public importance submitted to Parliament for the proportional participation of women in the upcoming Provincial Assembly and Federal Parliament elections on Tuesday, MP Adhikari said that his party is constantly working to ensure the proportional representation of women in every organ of the state. The main opposition party CPN-UML has registered the party for the parliamentary and provincial elections slated for 20th of November. UML leader reached the Election Commission today and registered the party, a team including Party Vice Chairman Yuvraj Gewali, General Secretary Shankar Pokhrel, Deputy General Secretary Pradeep Gewali and Vishnu Rimal, Secretary Gokarna Bishta, Standing Committee members Rajan Bhattrai and Krishna Gopal Shrestha, Central Member and Deputy Head of the Election Department Neeraj Acharya went to the Election Commission for the party registration. The UML has become the 10th party to register for the 20th of November polls. The Commission on Sunday had called upon political parties which are wishing to contest the upcoming House of Representatives and Provincial Assembly elections for registration. The deadline for the registration has been set for 16th of August. The Election Commission has prepared the election timetable for the parliamentary and provincial polls slated for November 20. As per the timetable, nomination filing for the first past the post category will take place on 9th of October. The closed list for the proportional category should be submitted on 18th and 19th of October. If the timetable is not amended, the 5-year tenure of the current House of Representatives and the Provincial Assembly will end on 17th of October. The Commission on Sunday approved the schedule for the elections of the House of Representatives and Provincial Assembly members. The Commission has also informed the officials of the Federal Parliament on Monday. However, it has not made public the timetable officially. The Kathmandu Metropolitan City and Norvik Hospital have formed a probe committee to investigate the illegal construction of the hospital on public land. The probe committee includes city officials and the technical team of the hospital. Even though the Kathmandu Metropolitan City had given a 24-hour ultimatum to Norvik to remove the structure from the public land, the Kathmandu Metropolitan City today backtracked from its decision. The hospital structure will not be demolished immediately. Mayor of Kathmandu Metropolitan City Balendra Shah reached the hospital today and agreed to proceed further in line with the instructions of the probe committee. He said that the illegal construction will be managed in the next 30 to 35 days following the committee's suggestions. Shah said that the rules should be applied to all and that the issue of encroachment of public land and that of the footpath should be dealt within the same manner. He said that he had no problem with the hospital leasing the land from the government. Rajendra Bahadur Singh, president of the hospital, said that the land lease agreement with the government has been fully complied with. He said that there are still 8 years remaining according to the contract with the hospital. Singh also said that he will proceed following the suggestions given by the probe committee. Norvik Hospital has stated that it has not gone against the law while leasing the land for the hospital. Meanwhile, KMC says that residential structures have been erected on the west side of the land leased by Norvik Hospital, contrary to the agreement between the city and the hospital. Foreign Minister Dr. Naren Khadka left for China today for a 3-day visit. He is visiting China at the invitation of Wang Yi, State Councillor and Minister of Foreign Affairs of the People's Republic of China. Minister Khadka is visiting China at a time when tensions are rising between China and Taiwan due to U.S. Speaker Nancy Pelosi's recent visit to Taiwan. Minister Khadka is scheduled to hold a delegation-level discussion with his counterpart Wang Yi in China on Wednesday. The Chinese counterpart is scheduled to host a banquet in honor of the delegation led by Minister Khadka. As Khadka will meet with his counterpart outside the capital, Beijing, there is little chance of him meeting with other high officials except the foreign minister. Minister Khadka will return to Kathmandu on 11th of August. Moving on to international news. Bihar Chief Minister and Janata Dal United JDU's de facto leader Nitish Kumar submitted his resignation to Governor Phagu Chauhan today. He reached the Raj Bhavan in Patna today. He also submitted a support letter of 160 MLAs to stake claim to form a new government. Kumar told Chauhan, while after submitting his resignation to the governor, that all MPs and MLAs are at a consensus that they should leave the NDA. Speaking to reporters after putting in his papers, Kumar said the decision to leave the NDA was taken by the JDU. He then left for the residence of Lalu Yadav's wife, Rabri Devi, in Patna to hold talks with Tejaswi Yadav, who is likely to get the Deputy Chief Minister's post in the new coalition government. Before this, JDU Parliamentary Board President congratulated Kumar for assuming leadership of a new coalition in a new forum. Now sports news. Nepal's national cricket team is set to play T20 and ODI series with Kenya. Cricket Association of Nepal, CAN, stated today that Nepal's team will play T20 and ODI series with Kenya. The two teams will play 5 T20 internationals and 3 one-day internationals, stated CAN. Both the series will be placed on Kenya's home ground. Nepal will travel to Kenya from 25th of August to 5th of September for the series. With this, we have come to the end of the news. Before wrapping up, here are the headlines once again. CPN UML lawmaker Khagraj Adhikari accuses Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba of not being accountable to the Parliament, says that Prime Minister Deuba did not participate in the program even once. The Kathmandu Metropolitan City and Norvik Hospital form a probe committee to investigate the illegal construction of the hospital on public land. The Kathmandu Metropolitan City backtracks from its decision after giving a 24-hour ultimatum to Norvik to remove the structure from the public land. Foreign Minister Dr. Naren Khadka leaves for China for a 3-day visit at the invitation of Wang Yi, State Councillor and Minister of Foreign Affairs of the People's Republic of China. Bihar Chief Minister and Janata Dal United JDU's de facto leader Nitish Kumar submits his resignation to Governor Phagu Chauhan. And Nepal's cricket team set to play T20 and ODI international series with Kenya. That's it for tonight. Thank you for watching Prime Times News.